Hey guys, welcome. How are you today? I'm going to show you today correct lead placement based on anatomical locations to collect for the doctor or the nurse, whatever it may be, a medical grade electrocardiogram. We start by lead placement, have to be exact so that the doctor can get a really high quality tracing of electrical activity of the heart. Generally, you want to start with your finger. After introducing yourself and after identifying the patient, you want to start with the area of the body called the suprasternal notch, which is a dip you feel at the anterior base of your neck. You want to follow that down about 1.5 inches or so, maybe 2 inches over a little ridge, and there's a plate there called the manubrium. It's a plate where the clavicle bone and the sternum attach, also where the ribs attach to the sternum. You go down about 1.5 inches, you make a sharp right turn, and that is called the angle of Lewis. It's a landmark to locate intercostal space 2, the space between the second rib. After you find the second one, you want to march down to the third and then to the fourth intercostal space. That is where your first electrode will be placed. Very important you place it there because there's no bone obstruction and there'll be a clean path between the electrode and the heart itself, no bone. So V1 is placed at the intercostal space 4, right side of the sternum. Intercostal space 4 is the space between the fourth rib. V2 gets placed directly across at the same location, only on the left side of the chest. So V2 is known as intercostal space 4, left side of the sternum. Always concentrate on neatness. Neatness does count. You want to keep everything uniform and parallel. And as you place each electrode, you want to make sure that it's correctly placed so you don't have to go back to it. V4 I will go to first before V3 because V4 needs to be placed before 3 because 3 is known as midpoint between 2 and 4. You need to have 2 and 4 in place to create the midpoint for V3. But right now I'm going to find the clavicle bone, which is the anatomical part of the body. I'm going to split the bone in the middle. I'm going to go straight down, kind of like a map, like longitude and latitude. I'm going straight down to intercostal space 5, which is where V4 is placed, right here. Also at the intercostal space, the space between 2 ribs. Now that I have V1, 2, and 4, I can place V3, which is known as midpoint once again, or halfway between 2 and 4. Now you want to keep them nice and neat, a decent distance apart so they don't cross-talk with each other. Next lead I'm going to place is V5. Now V5 is known to go at the anterior base, at the anterior axillary line. That is also known as the armpit, the front of the armpit. Parallel to V4 or also intercostal space 5, right there. Once you know the spots, it becomes easy. Again, concentrate on neatness, it's very important. V6, the final chest lead, is placed at the mid-axillary line, which is another word for the middle of the armpit. You're going to slide your hand overward and you're going to see V5. You're going to place it parallel at the mid-axillary line. You want to try to keep it parallel. You also want to try to follow that same intercostal space. So this is a nice spread. We got V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, and V6. That's beautiful. Now I'm going to place the limb leads. Limb leads are easy. Just be careful not to mistake your left to the patient's left or your right to the patient's right. It's always the patient's left arm. It's always the patient's right arm. Again, place each electrode so you don't have to go back to it. Make sure all 4 corners of the electrode are properly placed and touching the skin. Along that, you also want to check the integrity of the skin, make sure it's not too oily. If there's hair there, you may have to make some accommodations to get the electrodes to stick on a patient with hair, such as shaving the area of the electrode. There are also alcohol pads which are needed in case the patient has oily skin. And you can also use a gauze of some type to clear dead skin or flaky skin if necessary. If it's not necessary, just proceed. So right now this is a nice spread, everything is ready to go. I'm about to place electrodes. Electrodes are basic clamps, different styles, different designs, depending on the hospital or private doctor. And again, they're also labeled, very hard to mix up. So what you're gonna do is place the left leg or any one of the legs that you may need, okay? And the other one is also called the right leg, RL. They're all labeled, so it's hard to make a mistake. Okay, now we're going to place the other extremities, which are the limb leads, and those are the arm leads. Okay, we have here left arm, LA, and we have here right arm, RA. Again, take time to place each one. You want to alleviate any type of tension on any of the electrodes so it doesn't pull on it, because if it pulls on it, it starts to peel off. It can create an artifact that we don't want. It's called the wandering baseline. The chest leads, as we mentioned, anatomical locations, very important, very specific, and they're numerical, 1 through 6. It's hard to mess up. Take your time. Place each electrode so you don't have to go back to it. Sometimes you do, but try to do it so you don't. There's V1. We go to V2, numerical order. Some students like to go to the furthest point out and work their way in. It really doesn't matter as long as each one is in the correct location. We have here also V3. We have here V4. Take your time, no reason to rush. Keep the patient engaged, talk to them, keep them calm, keep them comfortable, and so forth. V5, and of course, last but not least, V6. And again, you want to check everything, that there's no tension on any of the wires. Everything looks nice and symmetrical. There's equal distance between everything. Nothing is touching, nothing is overlapping. You don't want that. It can cause a disorder called crosstalk. So two leads can communicate with each other and cause all kinds of artifacts. I'm just double checking everything before I hit the print button. Ask the patient to remain still, refrain from speaking, and breathe normally. Once that's all established and the patient is relaxed and comfortable, you simply hit the print button on your device after entering the patient's information, and you will get an electrical reading of the heart's tracing and also a medical grade electrocardiogram that the doctor can use to diagnose the patient. This is the correct way of placing electrodes on a patient by an anatomical name of their body parts. Hey guys, thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, leave your comments, leave a like, and follow us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and all the others.